way you're going round or off here? Right. I have to say I love that. You go from home, through the square and the gardens, and you come down onto the seafront and you've got that view over there. That is just so gorgeous. Ah, here he is.
No, it's warm. I take my
I don't know.
off already.
Well, I chose sleeves. So is this Branksome chine? This is Branksome chine, okay. I need to learn which one's which.
Middle chine where we were facing.
That was middle chine, okay. Brilliant job.
Brilliant.
That's that. Right, Evening Hill coming up. Another one to tick off, hopefully. I usually take this one pretty easy because it suckers you into going fast at the bottom. It gets a bit steep at the top. But of course today I'll have no choice. It'll be whatever speed I can muster.
Well, this is where the boys on their single speed are pushing away to get up a hill, and I have my gears to help me. Oh, look at that for a car, that's rather nice.
No gears to play with.
No, my thumb's wagging, but I can't find one. Door zone. It's the only problem through here. You've got to be looking in through the windows of the cars, just make absolutely sure there's nobody just about to open their door. Darren just got cut up by a Mini. Jesus Christ.
I'm going careful, there's one. There's always something.
Train! Anyway.
Short one.
Yeah, short train. Sunday train. We've just come through Poole and they've changed all the roadworks there. All the road layout. And we haven't quite learnt it yet. So we're taking it a little bit easy through there. Because I don't think the cars quite know which way to go either. Well, this could be about to get interesting because we're going to go on the gravel with 28mm tyres with 65 psi in them. Watch out for the roots, I think. I'm not going to take too many chances.
There he goes on his single speed. Catch him, Mike.
Woo! Bit of fun. Now, of course, we've got the railway siding to go up next. Not a problem getting up there, I don't think, other than traction. You can't really get a good run up at it, so it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Thank you. One more behind. Thank you.
Thank you. going, keep going. Yes, gonna do it. Yeah, I thought traction was going to let me down there. Actually, that was all right. Yep, not bad.
Oh, too early, too soon. Come on, Julie. Come on, Julie. Ah. I can't have the boys doing it and not me. I spun, but I did do it. Did you do it? Of course you did it.
Next stop, Broadstone. A lot of healthy people out this morning. The junction, Broadstone. Yeah, gym. I think it's YMCA, or was. I never expected to be going this far on this bike. So far so good. I think I can describe the experience as being always in the wrong gear, you know? You're in a gear that you're pushing slightly harder than usual to maintain, or you're going downhill and it's too easy. Hello. You're bigger than me. You're getting the toe, aren't you? You're the one with you. Surely you should be helping me. Yeah, no pedaling. It's at 170 cadence. Oh well.
Thank you for coming out and doing half the ride.
Yeah.
Rubbish, isn't it, eh?
She was in a hurry to get in front of me around the corner. Right, lumpy bit number one. Woohoo! Another one ticked off. Unfortunately, when we were stopped at the cafe back there, Darren's rear wheel had a puncture, so anyway, quick tube change and it went dead flat again. So I don't know if there's, well, we couldn't see anything in the tyre, but I dare say it was probably something. We thought it was a pinch flat at first because it was sort of the right shape, but it went down ever so quick. So, and we haven't been on gravel really for a couple of miles at that point. So anyway, the upshot of it is he's had to call the team car. So Sarah's on her way to pick him up. He's at the cafe there. There's some other riders he knows he's going to hang out with while he waits. So it's all good. Well, it's not good because he didn't finish the ride, but it's all good. He's not in the middle of nowhere anyway. The belly bounce is about to be controlled by a hill. So I've now got to drag my lumpy bits up another lumpy bit. Don't sit down till you go over the brow of the hill. There you go. It's funny, I don't feel like I'm going any slower overall on the single speed. Definitely going slower downhill because I can't pedal, but I don't feel like I'm going slower uphill, so maybe at the end of the ride the average speed will be about the same. We'll see.
Legs only, no arms, no good pulling.
Short, sharp little climb up to Holt Heath. Big bird, wasn't it? I don't know what it was there. Oh, it's nice out here. Yeah, I mean, I'm quite surprised how much I'm enjoying this single speed. I thought it's great for around town, and when it gets mucky in the winter, it'd be nice and simple to keep going, but actually it's good fun, even in the lumpy bits. That said, I don't think I'm going to get any PRs or anything. And the bumpy bits like the cattle grid, yeah, I know about it a bit more than I do on the gravel bike, obviously, but I don't know, this steel frame does seem to be soaking it up a bit, so yeah, enjoying it. Well, somebody sat in it, but I think he's maybe waiting for a gate to open or something. So that was Holt Heath going across there. We're now heading towards Mannington, and that should bring us out at, well, it will bring us out at Three-Legged Cross. Okay. So we start a very gradual climb from here. And then about half a mile ahead it pretty much kicks up, pretty steep. Never actually looked to see what the gradient is, maybe I will today. Up to 4%. 5%. Then it'll level off again a little bit. 7% there. That was a tricky one. Wasn't quite steep enough to be out of the saddle. A bit too hard to stay seated. Anyway, that was quite interesting coming up those hills, because the hills around town are a bit steeper and a bit sharper, so I do need to get out of the saddle for most of them, but those ones there, they're sort of in between. I could do it in the saddle and struggle, or it's too easy if I get out of the saddle. So yeah, I'm learning a lot today just by going outside of where I normally ride this bike. It's yeah, it's been quite interesting. Sometimes you can only control what you do. We've had rain here, but then here's Ringwood, so it's not really a surprise.
Yeah, there's evidence of quite a shower.
Yes.
Which we obviously have missed out on.
Yeah. I'm not sure we missed out on, it's possibly the right.
We were lucky to miss.
Yeah, a little stop in Ringwood there for a milkshake and to fill up the water bottle.
See, it hasn't rained here.
No, it hasn't really, has it?
That's weird.
Centre there.
It had tipped it down in the rain, in the centre. Yeah. Thank you.
cruise up hills. Okay, that wasn't hills, but inclines along there. I do have to change gear on the gravel bike to go up those. But with this, I just sort of get it into its cadence, one that I like, and you just sort of float up them. Really different experience. I don't know. Off you go. I think he just loved my bike and wanted to have a look. Thank you.
Oh, guess what? I was in the wrong gear.
Oh, sounds of the countryside. 28mm gravel kings and a bit of wind in the trees. It's a good job there's not smell-o-vision there.
No, I just hadn't noticed that that was a solar farm as opposed to not growing anything there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, okay, different. Yes, it is. Ilford's in Essex. Busy, busy, busy. Oh, well, back in town near the Royal Bournemouth Hospital. Always busy. And noisy too. Anyway, it's been great fun on this bike actually. I really like these tyres. I don't know what it is about them. These Gravel King slicks, they just do everything really well. Wait for it. This guy came round sliding all four wheels on the junction down there, so I don't know what he's going to do here. Oh, well, there you go. Not too bad in the end. Here she comes. She's been out on her bike annoying those drivers again.
You left me for dead.
Well, I don't know about that.
You did a speed on at the end there.
Well,
You did?
did I?
Yes.
Maybe. Well, anyway, 43 miles on the single speed. Not what I envisaged doing with it at all, but I've done it, so I don't need to do it again. I did do a couple of things just to make it easier. I put some cleated pedals on, and I moved the cleats on my shoes back away from the ball of my foot, so I could, you know, really stand on the pedals if I needed to. Actually, it just worked really well, so I might just leave them like that, to be honest. I think this oval chainring helped to just help smooth everything out. I think that's the tightest point there. No, where is it? Anyway, there is a tight point, and I notice it's loosened off quite a bit, so I'll readjust that now. But it works really well actually, so yeah, I like that. The grips, definitely not made for long distance. I purposely wore gloves today. It's touch and go because it wasn't cold, so I wouldn't normally have worn gloves. And these do actually have good grip, but yeah, not very comfortable. They don't give much, so they do hurt your hands. But other than that, it all went quite well. So yeah, really pleased with that. So there you go.
A long single speed ride done, now I don't have to do it again.